First tonight, rare high-tech equipment is on its way to Peoria to improve cancer treatment. It's all part of OSF Healthcare's new Cancer Institute, which is currently under construction. Our Demetrius Sanders joins us live in studio right now, and he's got more on the unique form of radiation therapy that will be offered in central Illinois. Demetrius.
Well, Shelby, proton beam therapy is a specialized form of cancer treatment that targets tumors without damaging surrounding tissues. Now, this technology is currently only available in 32 places in North America, and OSF Healthcare in Peoria will soon be one of them. Now, Robert Anderson, CEO of the Central Region of OSF, says the proton therapy unit they will install is state-of-the-art. It will have technology that isn't available on other proton units, making treatment faster and more effective. Now, hundreds of times every year, patients travel to Chicago or St. Louis for this type of care. Anderson says bringing proton beam therapy to Peoria gets rid of that barrier.
OSF will be able to bring complete cancer care to our community and really help improve people's lives and the lives of their family because they won't have to travel as far to get the care that they need, and that's very gratifying.
Now, staff at OSF will be trained on the equipment by Varian, which developed the proton therapy unit. Anderson tells me the first patient to use it will likely come in early 2024.
It's fascinating stuff. Also, Demetrius, getting this proton particle accelerator that you've been talking about to Peoria is quite a big deal. Tell us where it is now and how are they navigating that?
And you're right, Shelby, it is a big deal. And right now it's stuck on the Ohio-Indiana border because they have not found a police escort for it yet. But that puts into perspective how large this piece of equipment is, just over 100 tons in weight and hundreds of feet in length.
You're talking about a piece of equipment that was built in Germany, and then it was shipped through a variety of different countries across the Atlantic Ocean.
From Europe to a port in Baltimore to Peoria, that's the path of a 100-ton proton beam on its way to OSF Healthcare's Cancer Institute.
It involves a lot of communication, a lot of coordination between a variety of different peoples, both from logistics to trucking.
It also requires an understanding of each state's laws, as a 210-foot truck carrying the equipment drives through them.
In some states, you can transport a load of this size and magnitude overnight, and sometimes you have to travel during the day.
And getting the proton beam to Central Illinois is only part of the challenge. The next step, using cranes to place the technology inside of a concrete vault on OSF's campus.
When you're talking about a superconducting cyclotron, you've got to get everything just right. It's dangerous if you don't.
This week, the rare equipment will reach Peoria after months of planning and days of travel. It's expected to create traffic delays if you encounter it, but Millington says the purpose is well worth the wait.
Not being able to get around it or having to take a different pathway is for a good cause. It's for a good cause because this means that lives are going to be saved, lives are going to be made much more whole.
Now, the cost just to transport the proton beam is $85,000. OSF is prohibited from disclosing the cost of the beam itself, and it is expected to arrive in Peoria on Wednesday and be installed on Thursday, weather permitting. Shelby.
Demetrius, some fascinating stuff. Thank you. And a health alert now. Governor J.B. Pritzker is updating the state's masking guidelines. On Friday, as we reported, Governor Pritzker reissued an executive order encouraging masking once again in the state of Illinois, even if you're vaccinated. The executive order has been extended until November 12th. But as of today, masks are no longer required for workers in healthcare facilities. They are recommended in facilities where there are high levels of community spread, according to the CDC's guidelines. The governor is also recommending that people wear a mask if the county meets the high community level.
Think about ventilation and still think about the distancing and avoiding crowds, just things that we maybe have learned over the last year, which will probably last most of us a lifetime to remember spacing and thinking about being exposed to communicable disease.
Currently, no county in the state meets the high community level criteria. Those guidelines are based on the number of new COVID-19 hospitalizations. But public health officials are urging people to take precautions. And an update, Readiness Labs CEO Aaron Rossi has been released from federal custody with stricter bond conditions. Rossi was in federal court today on allegations that he violated his federal bond. Rossi was arrested Friday for alleged marijuana use, which was violation of his bond condition to not use drugs. He spent the weekend in Knox County Jail. The new bond condition specifically forbids use or possession of CBD products in any form. Rossi was previously indicted on 3 counts of tax fraud and 6 counts of wire fraud. The trial is set for January 23rd. And a crime alert, a police sting in West Peoria resulting in arrests and seizures of guns, cars, and drugs. The Peoria County Sheriff's Office conducted a saturation detail Friday. 16 officers issued 40 citations, made 6 arrests, impounded 11 cars, and seized 2 illegal guns and meth. The city of West Peoria contracts with the Sheriff's Office for law enforcement.
For a small community, we probably have the largest contract with Peoria County, and I don't believe that we could provide the citizens with the same quality of deputies ourselves as what the sheriff's able to provide us.
The mayor says the city got a $250,000 state grant for added police protection this year. In the courtroom, a Washington man accused of killing his infant son in January appeared in Tazewell County Court today. 29-year-old Zachary Van Winsen is charged with first-degree murder of 3-month-old Cree Dax Lane Van Winsen. An autopsy revealed that the child died from abusive head trauma from another person. Van Winsen's case was continued to December 8th. New at 5, Peoria firefighters responded to an arson on North Bester early Saturday morning. The 2-story house was completely burned down just after 1 a.m., but no one was inside. Fire crews took about 30 minutes to get that fire under control. The structure has since been demolished, and the preliminary cause of that fire has been ruled arson. There was about $60,000 worth of damage. As the temperatures begin to drop, Peoria firefighters are holding a coat drive for the city's youth. Here's something that's making us Central Illinois proud. The Peoria Fire Department is trying to get new and used coats for kids under the age of 18. So far, the 3 fire department stations has collected fewer than 50 jackets, and they're hoping to get that number up. Coat donations are accepted at the Central Firehouse on Monroe Street, Station 11 on Florence, and Station 20 on Wilhelm. Firefighter Matt Young is happy to be able to spread positivity to the community while being off duty.
We have a lot of people, so we have the volunteers that are willing to do it. So this is just one more thing that we can do. It feels good for us that even though we're not on duty, we're still able to help the people in our community.
The coat drive will last until mid-November. Once collected, the fire department will bring those coats to the Peoria Dream Center to be distributed. Plans to help revitalize Peoria's South End kick off today. Southside Mission will begin construction on its new thrift store. Our Jack Bazikas takes us to that celebration. Take a look.
Monday morning began with a celebration for Southside Mission. The nonprofit is starting construction on its newest thrift store.
Congratulations to the team of the Southside Mission and to Peoria.
Like other Southside Mission thrift stores, this one will sell used goods and furniture at lower prices for the community. The thrift shop will also bring in job opportunities for those in need.
It also involves employment and giving really nice secondhand or sometimes new products for the people in the communities where it's at. So it made sense to bring one to this district.
The mission's executive director says he wanted to do something to impact the community in a positive way.
We didn't just want to patch up a building or just slap some paint around, but we wanted to bring something to the community that they would be proud of and that they would feel like is their own.
Southside Mission partnered with minority and female-owned architectural firms and contractors for this project. First District Congresswoman Denise Jackson is an advocate for Southside Mission.
This brand new thrift store, when it becomes available, will help the Southside Mission in providing continued support for this community, the residents, not just here on the south side, but hopefully throughout the city of Peoria.
In Peoria, Jack Bazikas, WMBD News.